Good afternoon. I'm Chef Hedger from L'Ecole Culinaire in St. Louis, Missouri. Today what we're going to be doing is a sour cream frosting. I love a good sour cream frosting on a carrot cake or a spice cake. Very simple to do. Only a few ingredients. We have powdered sugar, sour cream of course, a little salt, vanilla, butter, and lemon juice. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to take that butter, put that in to the bowl. Take about 4 tablespoons. And I'm going to use a regular mixer, a regular hand mixer, because that's what most of us have anyway. And basically what I want to do is I want to take this butter and cream it. I'm creaming to the fact that I'm going to lighten the color a little bit and displace those fat molecules a little bit as well. Okay? Good deal. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go sour cream. Only about a half a cup. You're basically looking for the taste of sour cream more than anything else, because that powdered sugar is really going to be your frosting. And we're going to mix this up with our butter, get them well incorporated, introduce them to each other. There we go. Once we have a good emulsification where they start coming together, then we can start adding our other ingredients. And this is going to be really simple, guys. So, I'm going to add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And you know me, I'm just kind of eyeing it. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And about 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. Now you want to make sure that you hold your hand just like that, just in case any seeds try to go through. Nothing worse than eating something that's lemon and having a seed there. I know we've all done that, right? And we see all the seeds that are in my hand. Okay? Wipe my hand real quick. There we go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is make sure all these come together. I might take it just like that. That already looks good. So I'll get my rest of my sour cream off there. Okay. Now, what makes a frosting a frosting? Normally it's our powdered sugar. Don't really need to sift it a whole heck of a lot, even though you really should. Always when you're putting a dry ingredient into wet ingredients, I always like to make sure they're sifted first. I sifted this beforehand, so I won't need to sift it now. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to put about half in. I don't like to put the whole thing in. Again, if I decide at a point that I don't want to put the whole thing of powdered sugar in, then I won't. Okay? And we're going to see this to come together very easily. Oh, that's looking good. I'm going to go about another third on that. Again, we want to make sure we got enough liquid to take up all that powdered sugar. And it doesn't take a lot of liquid. If we need a little bit more liquid, we always have a little bit more lemon juice that we can add in there. Or you can always add a little bit more sour cream, whichever direction you decide to take it. Okay? Oh, it's looking good. This is about 2 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, by the way. See how that is? That's very nice. And I still got about 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar left to add. See, I knew that was going to drip off there. There we go. After this is in, we're all in. Now you see that it's going to get a little bit stiffer. It's going to get to the point where it will actually latch onto the top of a cake. It will actually latch onto the top of a cupcake and sit there nice and firm, okay? Now, if we want it a little bit to the more liquidier side, I'm not even sure that's a word, but if we want it more liquid, just add a little bit more of the vanilla, add a little bit more of the lemon juice, and you're going to get a little bit more flavor out of it, as well as you get that desired texture that you want. I'll run that around here a couple times. Look at that. All right. I like to be messy. All right. So, what am I going to do? Let's see here. Get my piping bag ready, since I didn't get one beforehand. Pull that off there. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and drop our tip in there. Now I'm going to put that to the side just for a sec. Go around this bowl. I'm going to make sure everything is incorporated. That looks good. Let's see here. Oh, that's good. It's got enough lemon in there just to give you a good shot to the tongue, but you can also taste that sour cream as well. I'm going to go ahead and fold this over, fold it over our hand, make that see with our hand. See that nice texture? Scrape it off on our hand. 2, scrape it off on our hand. 3, scrape it off on our hand. Remember, always try to do everything the same way each and every time, and that way you always get into a habit and you don't get into any bad habits, unless you start out with a bad habit in the first place. We're going to scrape that down a little bit. That's going to scrape down quite a ways, because normally I like to have about a hand in there. Okay, I just like to see where my tip's going to be. Come a little bit above that. Cut that off, and I should come out with my tip about 1/4 to 1/2 sticking out the end of my piping bag. Uh-oh. All right. Now, this is a little bit runnier than most other icings. Now, if you want it a little bit thicker and you want it a little bit clingier, you don't want that runny where you open up your piping bag and it runs out the end, add a little bit more powdered sugar to it. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to... Oh. That is a sour cream frosting. I'm Chef Tony Hedger from L'Ecole Culinaire in St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you very much.